What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Today, we're talking about the number on the scale and how, if it stays the same, it does not mean you're in a plateau. So many people have hit me up like, oh my God, I've been doing XYZ for X amount of months or weeks, and the number still hasn't changed. And I just want to say that just because the scale is the same, just because it hasn't moved, that does not mean you're in a plateau. A lot of people, most people say that they're in a plateau and they're not even tracking the right things that's going to show you progress. And when it comes to losing weight, first of all, when people say they want to lose weight, what they really mean is they want to lose fat, right? So when it comes to losing fat, the number on the scale is not going to be a great tool to assess your progress. So when you're just tracking what you weigh and you're exercising and you're eating right and you see that that number on the scale is the same, you're going to think you're not doing the right things. But in reality, you can be doing the right things. It's just that the number on the scale isn't an indicator of how much fat you have. When you see that number on the scale, it is it's representative of your total body mass. So you're talking about your fat, you're talking about muscle, bone, water, everything that's inside of your body at that moment. So if you're trying to isolate or really hone in on losing fat, you cannot take a measurement that incorporates so many different variables that isn't solely fat, because you're going to be seeing fluctuations that may or may not be related to fat loss. And if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, eating a high protein diet, lifting weights, getting your steps in, hydrating appropriately, you're going to see increases in the number on the scale. That should happen initially. But if you're not measuring anything else other than the scale, no wonder why you think you're in a plateau. Simple example, the most simple example I can give you is, say you're somebody who weighs 100 pounds, right? And you're strength training, you do that for 3-4 months, and you end up losing 2 pounds of fat, but you gain 3 pounds of muscle. What is that going to be? 2 minus 3 is 1, right? So your weight on the scale was going to go from 100 pounds to 101 pounds because you gained 3 pounds of muscle, but you only lost 2 pounds of fat. So the number on the scale is going to be bigger, and you're going to think you're doing the wrong thing, but in reality, you're doing the right thing. It's just the scale is not going to show you that. So please do not come into my DMs, or please don't say that you're in a plateau if you're not using anything other than the scale, because this is likely what's happening if you're checking off all the boxes of what you're supposed to be doing. So this is why you need to include other metrics like circumference measurements, progress photos, save a pair of some jeans or a dress you want to fit into that you haven't been able to fit into for a couple months, and try to fit into that within the next 3 months. Those are things that are going to give you a better assessment of your progress than just the number on the scale. So if you can do those things, you'll not be in a plateau. You won't ever say, hey, I'm in a plateau, because you'll have so many different metrics to see how you are progressing in the right direction. I've literally had clients who have been the same weight since February, and they've lost multiple inches off their waist and chest. They are increasing inches in places where they want to build muscle. They're fitting into clothes they weren't able to fit into in April. Like, the number on the scale is not going to show you those things. So the best thing that you can do for your own mental sanity, and also for you to stay motivated and stay consistent and really have a big picture of your progress, is to have multiple different metrics. Because if you're checking all the boxes, like I said, you're going to see progress in some of those. Now, every month you may not see those metrics or every metric move in a direction you want, but I promise you, the more metrics you have, something is going to move. Something's going to show you that you're doing the right thing. The scale is not going to be the one for you. So I encourage everybody to throw away the scale if you have a bad relationship with it. If you can't stop fixating on it, throw it away, hide it from yourself, and use other metrics. Peace.